Any idea when most disasters strike? At night, when you least expect them. But there are some things you can do to expect the unexpected. Almost every extreme event has a tell, a signal of what's to come. Tornadoes, hurricanes, wildfires, floods, ice storms, blizzards, even earthquakes give themselves away ahead of time. If you're informed and you know what to look for, you can keep yourself and your loved ones safe in all kinds of dangerous situations. Fast fact, the National Weather Service can forecast 16 days ahead of an event. Tune in with the NOAA radio. There's more to it, of course. You have to have a plan and the right items and supplies on hand. And I know, I get it. No one wants to think about the bad stuff. But what I'm talking about is a little different. It's not prepping for doomsday scenarios. It's more like planning for an exotic vacation, a trip to someplace you've never been. You want to do a little research, have an idea of the current conditions, and what to wear, as well as some essential items to pack. Emergency planning comes down to a few similar things: the right kind of knowledge, the right kind of plan, and the right kind of supplies. Notice I said the word right a lot, because sometimes the wrong information and the wrong supplies can get you into trouble too. In fact, most people can do better when it comes to preparedness. A lot better. Fast fact, more than 200 million people in the US don't have any type of emergency plan for any sort of scenario. Don't be one of them. Gather your family, friends, roommates, dorm buddies, or coworkers around a table and figure things out. It's a nice opportunity to connect with each other face to face, rather than just texting with each other. Make a meatloaf, order a pizza, do it on game night. The point is to make it a moment for engagement. Then draw up a to-do list and a who's to do checklist. Don't forget to also put together an emergency contact list for everyone. Program them into the mobile phones and tag them ICE. Fast fact, ICE stands for in case of emergency, and first responders are trained to look for it on phones and other devices. Besides that mobile phone I keep talking about, what other supplies should you have stored in an easy-to-get-to place? You'll need food, water, and power just like in normal times. Although you'll want food that can last longer and be stored, water that isn't at risk of contamination, and a source of power that doesn't rely on electricity. Food is where most people get tripped up. You don't need a basement stacked with jam jars. On the other hand, a few cans of soup, some beans, crackers, and a bottle of water tucked away in a cupboard aren't going to cut it either. High-quality food, specifically prepared for emergencies, can mean the difference between staying healthy or a trip to the hospital. Keep a 3-day supply on hand in case of evacuation and a 2-week supply in case you get stuck. Importantly, note the calorie counts of food items. Fast fact, the average person should eat 3 meals a day and consume between 1,500 and 2,500 calories. Water is another necessity to be mindful of. You often need more than you realize. The recommendation is 1 gallon per person per day. Again, keeping a 3-day and a 2-week stash on hand. But washing and sanitation means you probably need more. Take other necessities into account. For power, keep a supply of extra batteries and chargers. Since the lights may go out, have a good flashlight stored away. That means the heat won't work either. Store some blankets. And a radio. Information, remember, is key. Some other items to consider are a map of your location and surrounding area, some type of multi-purpose tool, a whistle. This is to let people know where you are. It's also helpful to alert others of dangers. While you should keep matches or a butane lighter at hand, be careful about their use. Gas leaks often accompany power outages. Never ignite a flame if you smell even a whiff of gas. Fast fact, flashlights can produce a spark when you turn them on. So if it's safe, step outside and flick on your light. Some important things that can be overlooked include medications, toilet paper, and personal hygiene items. Also, keep copies of any important papers such as passports and insurance policies. If you can, also stash some cash. You never know if you might have to pay for a hotel or transportation. In future videos, we'll drill down into the specifics of what to do and not to do for all sorts of emergency scenarios.